For the first time in Madden 25, I am basically gonna be building a team entirely from scratch. Because today, we are gonna be rebuilding a team with 0 players on it. And it might seem insane, but by the end of this, we are gonna try to turn this into the best roster in the entire league. Now, obviously, Madden doesn't let you simulate a game without any players. It just signs them for you. So I'm gonna pick my own random group of players, and we are eventually gonna try to build this into an amazing team. But I'm super excited to get into this, so I'm gonna keep this intro short and super quick. On the last team of no players rebuild that I did, we got to 1,600 and something likes. So if you want to see me do another team of no players rebuild, let me know by leaving a like. And I'm thinking about doing one where I have every first round pick for the first year. I did that before and it was a ton of fun. It really seemed like y'all enjoyed it. So again, 2,000 likes and it'll let me know y'all want to see that. And also let me know any fun ideas y'all have down in the comments, because if I use your suggestion, I'll give you a shout out if you care about that. And then very last thing, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. I think we're on pace to hit that, so subscribe if you haven't already, because if you like rebuilds, that's literally all I do. But without further ado, let's get into this. And let me fill out this team with some interesting free agents. Obviously not including the players I just released. But okay, here's a look at the team we ended up with. I know I literally just made the rule that we can't sign any Jets players, but I made one exception. That is going to be Jordan Travis. I just think it would be fun to try to make him good. It's not like he's a crazy overall here. He's a 68. So I think that was fair if we're going to make an exception. The only problem is he's already 24, so it's going to be hard to develop him, but if he does well enough, then I mean, we might not need to add a quarterback, but we probably still will, because the rest of the offense around him clearly isn't great. I mean, it's a 68 overall team, and we pretty much just signed a ton of young players. And I think I want to do something fun with our entire backfield, so I'm actually going to start Frank Gore Jr. Looked really good for the division rival Bills here in the preseason, so we'll steal him and we'll see if we can turn him into a good player. It's going to be tough, but we might as well try. But that's mostly it for super notable players. I mean, the Eagles cut Nakobe Dean for some reason. The Giants cut Micah McFadden here. Obviously, I don't think these two got cut in real life, but they were available here, so we'll take them. But let's just get straight to the end of this first year. Obviously, we're not expecting great things this year. We'll be lucky if we win a game. So let's get to the end of the season and we will see what happens. Okay, we actually finish 2-15, which I know is horrible, but again, we are horrible. So that's better than I expected. I thought we would maybe get one win. Now, things got a little worse at the end of the year, it looks like. We got beat 35-3 by the Bills and 56-3 by the Dolphins. I do want to check our schedule because at the midseason, we already had 2 wins. We beat the 49ers in week 1 and the Bills, we kind of crushed them. We beat them by 14 and then things got way worse for some reason. I mean, this is how it should have been the whole year. I don't know what happened with these 2 games. Certified EA moment, I guess. But let's check out our season stats. Jordan Travis had an interesting year. Honestly, not that bad for how bad the team around him was. 2,700 yards, 16 touchdowns, 23 picks. Better than Desmond Ridder. I mean, not actually stats-wise, but that was a random, really mean shot. I don't know why I said that. Frank Gore Jr., 700 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3.1 per carry. I was expecting him, I thought he was going to have like 1.6, just because that's how most running backs are in Madden. Like, look at Amari DeMercado, 2.2. I know it was only on 20 carries, but still. So honestly, he did a lot better than I expected. Hardly developed, but whatever. John Mechie, 800 yards though, 600 for Sky Moore, 500. Oh yeah, we also got Justin Ross. I should have, pointed him out as one of the interesting players, but he did okay. Blocking was better than most of my like 90 overall offensive lines. That's cool. Thanks, Madden. And then 137 tackles for Dean, 133 for McFadden, 20 TFLs for Viliami Fehoko, 17 for Juwan Briggs, and then sacks a whole 3.5 for Fehoko. Led the team. Awesome. How did I click Levi? How did I just do that? That's not who I was hovered over. Okay, sure. But Jalen Jones had 3 picks. That's cool. I'm not even gonna check yearly awards. Actually, should I? You know what? I will. maybe we had a shot for like offensive or defensive rookie of the year. I mean, very unlikely. No, and we get number 2. Already getting cucked. That's awesome. Oh yeah, and one more thing I should point out. I don't normally spend this long on year 1s when we're just setting up the team, but the development in Madden 25 is like interesting. Players don't necessarily have to do well to develop. I mean, Juwan Briggs was solid, but he went up to a 76 overall. It's not like I have XP sliders super high or anything. I have him lower than I had last year in Madden 24, but I think Juwan Briggs is gonna be like a legit future option for us. Now, we'll see about the rest of the team, but we'll at least have him and some of these corners. So that's cool, I guess. This storyline, the early season reporter interview was, can we get 30 sacks? Did we get 10? What? This game is so broken. This game is so bad. Look at this. The Eagles had 11. The Bears had less sacks than us. We had 8. The Bears, what? That might be the single craziest thing I've ever seen in this game. Not that the Bears have like a crazy pass rush. Montez Sweat had 0 sacks. Not that y'all combat me when I say this game is horrible about 1,000,000 times per rebuild that I do, but if you're a non-believer that this game is horrible somehow, I think this should change your mind. What am I looking at? All right, let's get into the offseason. This was an interesting year 1. Everyone's like, oh, it's not like 2K's great with, you know, NBA 2K and everything as like a whole devil's advocate take for like why Madden isn't that bad. But I don't think it really could be much worse than this. This game is something else, man. Wait, hold on. I'm just realizing how horrible those stats are. The least sacks in the NFL in real life by a team was 27 from the Panthers. There were half the league almost had less sacks than that. Again, the Bears had 7, 20 less than the worst team in real life. That's cool. Okay, I'll drop it. I just wanted to, you know, get that point across. But now in free agency, it's honestly a better class than I expected. I mean, there's Quinn and Williams, but I'm gonna say we can't sign Quinn and Williams. I mean, I guess we could be able to, but I don't know. I kind of want to stay away from Jets players, you know what I mean? Because they're the team we're using here, obviously. So these are the players we're gonna go for. I'm gonna go lighter year 1 because I really want to build this team through the draft for this first year. Then next year we'll go harder in free agency if it's a good class. But we're gonna go for Amari Cooper, which would be really nice. We do have a lead for him. Also, Andre Sisco, that would be cool. Jedrick Wills, that's just a 1-year deal because he's usually horrible in this game, but we'll see. And then just some smaller signings. Frank Gore rejected us, so we'll try to, you know, or Frank Gore Jr. I can't call him Frank Gore. Sometimes I leave the juniors off a name like Jedrick Wills, but I can't do that one. But we'll obviously bring him back, assuming he wants to. But let's see if these players sign. Okay, everybody signs except Sisco and Turner, and we do get all of them. And Sisco also signs with us now. So good free agent class. I don't care if Peyton Turner signs or not. So let's get to the draft. But okay. In the draft, we don't even have the number 1 pick. The Raiders do. What happened to the Raiders? The Bengals went 16-1. The Cowboys went 14-3. The Jags went 2K, please save us. I'm begging you. What is this? Okay, the Raiders also went 2-15. It's pretty unlikely. The Browns went 4-13. Literally their entire roster got hurt last year and they still made the playoffs. I don't think they're going 4-13 unless Cleveland explodes or something. I don't know. The Texans 4-13? What? All right, well, usually my strategy is obviously trading down the number 1 pick when we're starting with a, you know, horrible team, or in this case, literally no team. But I guess we're gonna trade down the number 2 pick because if there was a really good QB at number 1, I would have taken him, but there is a good QB this year. However, he's not projected to go until the 2nd to 3rd round. Connor Newberry, a 1st-round talent. I don't know where we're gonna have to take him because I'm assuming he's gonna go earlier than like late 2nd, early 3rd. Maybe we'll take him early 2nd, but I mean, there's nobody I want here really. I don't know if we have any top 5 talents scouted. No. I mean, like we have players that are projected to go in the top 5 scouted, but I mean like with players with their talent revealed, none of them are top 5 talents. Oh yay, we're gonna have 2 Jalen Wrights in the NFL spelled the exact same way. That's fun. But let's see. Let's trade down. I might trade back pretty far. Actually, how good is Marco Smith? He's not that fast. Okay, never mind. I just don't want to pass up on like a generational talent. I mean, it would still be fine if we did, because we'll have so many picks if we trade down, but I just want to be sure. Okay, Braxton French actually looks insane. His man isn't scouted, but he's a man-to-man corner with A zone. I think we can assume he is a man. He ran a 4.34. He might be our pick after we trade down. I mean, corner's like maybe our strongest position, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna trade back with the Bucks down to number 14. I feel like the Buccaneers are a team that I never do anything with. I feel like they're probably the team that gets brought up the least in my rebuilds for some reason. I'm sorry, Bucks fans, I guess. But at pick 14, the corner should still be available. If he gets picked, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure we could find someone else that's good, but he's projected to go at 20, I guess. He's 20 on the big board. Could also go with Taj Beeson, because it's hard to find even decent pass rushers in the draft unless you're picking in like the top 5. But at number 14, the corner's gone. He was probably really good. I think we traded down too far. Whatever. We have corners. It's not the end of the world. Lindsey Smith is still here. He also looks really good. He is a man, hopefully A zone, probably a B press, C player rec, which is basically an A for a corner in Madden. He ran a 4.28 at his pro day. Elite speed, good acceleration. It's so easy to find corners in this game, though. I'm not going to take him. We're going to go with the position where it isn't easy to find a good player. This is going to look like a reach on paper. He's probably going to be like ranked 40 or something, but believe me, it's worth it, especially when we had 8 sacks last year. We could, should we trade down more, though? That's the only thing. He's projected to go at 21. He'd probably go in the next couple picks. We'll take him. Again, gonna look horrible on paper. Actually, that's not too bad. Ranked 24, got him at 14. That's way better than I thought he would be. Okay, that's a good pick then. I know it says it's a good pick, but ranked 24 picked 14. That's not amazing, but again, it's hard to find pass rushers in Madden drafts for the 50th time. Plus, we'll move him to defensive end where he'll maybe go up in overall. We'll see. But early round 2, I think it's time to pick, hopefully, our quarterback of the future. There are some horrible ones still left on the board, thankfully for every other team here. Didn't reach on them. But Connor Newberry, first round talent, only 21 years old out of BYU. That's a little scary. Doesn't totally look like Zach Wilson, but kind of looks like Zach Wilson. At least his face. Definitely not his ratings, though. Has mostly good player notes. I mean, I don't know why I'm analyzing him. We're going to take him either way. So Connor Newberry, welcome to the team. Ranked number 7? Okay, when it said first round talent, I was thinking like 18 or something, and I would have been fine with that. Is he like a 78 overall, 79, or is this a horrible class? I mean, 93 speed, 95 throw power. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, even 70 strength. That's crazy for a QB. Well, not crazy, but it's good. So we'll take it. And with our second round pick, I have no idea what I want to do here. Nobody good that's scouted, so we're gonna have to fend for ourselves, I guess, and try to hunt for somebody good. I focus scouted Devontae Smith. He has F catching. Yeah, that's not great. Wow, the receivers look horrible this year. Okay, I looked through pretty much everybody in the class, and I didn't find anybody that I think is great. I don't think this is exactly an A+ draft class. There is one interesting defensive tackle, Keith Carter. He's only 20, and he had like a pursuit, I guess. We might take him, but I'm gonna make this the last pick I show just because I can't find anyone that good. We'll go with Josh Thomas. He looks fine. C-man, B-zone, B-press, C play rec. Ran a 4.5, but has good speed and elite acceleration, because that makes sense. I mean, he ran a 4.43 at his pro day. That's cool, I guess. Probably only like a 75 overall, but we'll take it. Ooh, wait, never mind. Okay, maybe this is a really terrible draft class. He's ranked 14. He doesn't look that good, but maybe I'm missing something. Hopefully he is. So that was a great pick. We'll take it. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. No 80 overalls, unfortunately, but this was a very good draft. So between our first 4 picks, we ended up with 4 first-round talents. Of course, these 3 that I showed, but also Taylor Lucas. I mean, he was barely a first-round talent, but ranked 30. No dev trait, but good right guard. Taj Beeson is a 77 overall at defensive end, was a 76 at outside linebacker. And then the big one, Connor Newberry, is a 79 overall. So that was a very good pick. And this wasn't a bad draft class. I guess, underestimated every player we took. I mean, yeah, that's kind of weird. Because Beeson, I was surprised with how good he was. Newberry, I was surprised with how good he was. And Thomas. But none of them were bad. Like, it wasn't just because it was a bad bad class. They're all just pretty good. Maybe my standards were too high. I don't know. And then some of these other picks were whatever. Keith Carter, I mean, this is still a good pick because he's only 20 years old with hidden dev, so he's going to be like a 95 overall by the end of his rookie year, but should develop. I mean, we already kind of have guys in front of him, but we'll see. Then I took a receiver just because I felt like I had to. You know what? No, I want to see. Am I stupid or was this just the worst receiver class of all time? Because there was nobody. Okay, I'm stupid. That's awesome. Well, Percy Floyd is a 74, but wait, was he already gone by the time yeah, he was already gone. Oh, that scared me. I thought this guy was available by the time we picked. Okay, he was good, but he went super early. Yeah, there was like nobody that good. There was Tyquan Alston that I could have taken, I guess. I mean, he was 1 overall better than Stewart. There was like one actual good receiver this year in Teron Moody, and that's it. There were like fine other ones, but not great. And then I took a couple tight ends. Wheatley's good. He's a blocker. The classic Madden blocking tight end with X Factor, probably. And then I just simmed these two because I gave up. But very interesting draft. This is, I don't know, this was an experience. So let's get into year 2 and we will see how the team's looking. But okay, here's a look at the team heading into year 2. We are actually, I wouldn't say good because we're only a 76, but decent. Before this team has even developed at all, and it should develop a ton. I'm really interested to see how Newberry does, and maybe the player I'm most interested to see how he does is Frank Gore Jr. Because again, most of the time, lower overall running backs are horrible in this game, and he wasn't good. 3.1 yards per carry is pretty terrible, but it was better than I expected, so we'll see how he does this year. If he sucks, then we'll just replace him, but we'll see. Did that say his longest rush was 8 yards? I mean, he isn't exactly a speed demon, but that's that's crazy. I think if I got handed the ball 237 times, I could luck into some really good blocking and get 8 yards. I mean, probably not, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm really worried about this O-line. It's probably going to be terrible, but we'll see. And then the defense, I have no idea how this defense is going to be either, mostly because of the D-line. We did get a lot of dev traits, though. Briggs, Fehoko, Dean, McFadden, Cox, Helms, and Cisco. Or no, wait, we signed Cisco. Never mind. But he has one, which is surprising because, again, we had 8 total sacks on the year when the lowest in real life was 27. I'm going to keep bringing that up every single time, and I'm going to annoy y'all with it because that's crazy. I don't know what I thought the lowest in the NFL is for like total team sacks every year, but I didn't know it was 27. I would have guessed like 19. I think the record lowest was like 14 by the Falcons. Don't quote me on that, but hopefully it's better than 8 sacks this year. But all right, let's get into this season. We will get to the mid-season this year. I don't know if we're gonna have anyone to re-sign, but I guess we maybe could, but we'll see how this team does. I have legitimately no idea. Probably worse than last year somehow. Okay, we're just gonna be 2-5 every year. We're 2-5 at the mid-season again, coming off a win against the Giants and an almost win against the Bills. We lost 12-7. Did they only put up field goals? That's an interesting score, but sure. I mean, we're only a 77, so we really shouldn't be close in any of these games. Although, the Bills are only an 81 and they're 6-1. That's something. I'm sure there are like 89 overall teams right now, and the Bills are beating them somehow. I don't know why they're so low here. They probably lost a lot of players. I don't know. But we have a surprising amount. Oh, I guess I did sign a lot of UDFAs. So we have a decent amount of re-signings. Is there anybody that's interested? Kinda, but they're bad. I don't know if I really want any of these guys back. I mean, we found a superstar dev kicker, so that's something, I guess. Not hard to find one of those, though. Which is kind of weird, because do any kickers have superstar? Well, probably Justin Tucker. I guess there are a few, but there are so many through the drafts. I don't know why. And we actually have a mid offense, which is surprising. It really shouldn't be that good. Our defense is kind of bad, though. Not as bad as it should be, but bad. So I don't know how to feel about this team. I'm just scared that it's going to be one of those classic scenarios of, oh, hey, we now have one of the best rosters in the league, and we're still going like, or we're somehow worse than we were when we had a 68 overall team. I'm worried it's going to be one of those because Madden is Madden, but we'll see. But let's get to the end of the year. I already saw some of the dev traits. One of them isn't revealed yet. The quarterback, I'll just say that. And I don't know why, because one of our other players on offense, the tight end, his dev trait is revealed, but I'll show all of them at the end of the year. There's one good one that I know of so far. But okay, we finished 5-12 with what I would assume is the worst overall team in the league by a mile. Well, no, there are some. The Panthers are only an 81. That's concerning. I don't know what happened to them. I mean, not like they're great in real life, but still, I don't know that we should be close to them already after having literally nobody on the team last year. So I guess we're not the worst overall team in the league by a mile, just one overall. We're probably going to want to change our defensive playbook, though. We had the worst defense in the league, but we actually had a solid offense, number 12, for points per game at least. But for season stats, Connor Newberry, oh, I thought that said he got sacked 72 times. No, he got sacked 40 times. His longest pass was 72. 40 still isn't great, but 3,700 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 9 picks. Insanely good rookie year for the team that he had around him. Maybe one of the best I've ever seen, considering the fact that he had nobody around him. I mean, he had Amari Cooper, but like that's it. But Frank Gore Jr. wasn't, I mean, I was gonna say wasn't bad, but he was bad, but was better than I would expect at least. Almost 900 yards, only 3.4 per carry, which again, bad but good. And 7 touchdowns. You know what? We'll stick with him until he has like a 2.5 yard per carry season, inevitably. I mean, at this point he probably won't, but I guess he could. But 1,000 yards for Amari Cooper, 8 touchdowns, 991 for Calvin Stewart, and 12 touchdowns. Okay, that could be a good or a bad thing. We'll see when we get to Offensive Rookie of the Year. We're probably gonna get cucked, but I'm worried if we do win it that Stewart is gonna win it over Newberry. I guess it depends on what Newberry's dev trait is, though. We'll check in a second, but Wheatley had a good rookie year. Mechie was solid. Blocking was not as bad as I thought. Kevin May was terrible, but he's actually a bad overall. Was Simulation decent this year? I mean, Taylor Lucas was terrible at right guard, but whatever. And then McFadden, 139 tackles, TFL 16 for Beeson. I keep wanting to say Benson or Beasley. I don't know. 15 for Briggs, 13 for Fehoko, 10 for Carter, and sacks. 8 for Beeson as a rookie, 5 for Briggs, 3 for McFadden, and then 2 for Fehoko and Carter. But picks, 6 for Dwight McGlothern. I just want to point out, had a very good preseason, and he was like maybe my favorite player that went undrafted, other than ironically Leonard Taylor to the Jets. I thought he would go in like the 3rd round, but I think he also made the Jets. So my 2 favorite UDFAs were maybe good takes, we'll see. But he had 6 interceptions here. Don't know about that, but he's up to a 77. And then 3 picks for Helms and 1 for Thomas. So a quick fall off there. But yearly awards. I doubt we're going to see Newberry up there for MVP, but I guess we could, maybe at like 10. Number 9. Okay, that's cool. Any rookies? No. He was the highest rookie. JJ McCarthy at number 3. That's something. But nobody up here for Offensive Player of the Year or Defensive. Not really surprising, but Offensive Rookie of the Year. No. How do you win it over an MVP candidate? Calvin Stewart wins it. At least it's a Jets player. I can't be too upset, but if Newberry only has star dev like I think he does, that could be kind of bad. I mean, at least Stewart will get star dev, but I've had weird situations where like the number 2 player, this happened in the last rebuild, but we got number 2 for Defensive Rookie of the Year one year, and we actually ended up winning it somehow. It gave our player the reward, like the XP and the dev trait for Defensive Rookie of the Year, because that makes sense, despite him not winning it. But Wheatley at number 8, and then I don't think we'll have, oh yeah, Beeson, okay. I forgot about Beeson. So we sweep the awards in Jets fashion, I guess, because the NFL loves those storylines for some reason. The award sweeps, whether the players deserve it or not. But Keith Carter at 7 and Thomas at 10. Cool. But for dev traits, I'm scared to see Newberry's. He needs to have, I shouldn't even say it, because I know it's going to happen. Let's just look. Yeah, Newberry has star dev. I mean, at least Stewart will have star, but I would have preferred Newberry to get superstar. But on defense, I already know what all of them are. Carter actually has superstar dev, which is interesting. So that was definitely a good pick. But unfortunately, well, I guess kind of fortunately, but Beeson only has star and then Thomas only has star. But Beeson should, of course, get superstar. So I wish Newberry won Offensive Rookie of the Year because, you know, he was up there for MVP, but we'll take both Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. I can't complain too much. Did we just have the same Super Bowl back-to-back? What is happening in this franchise? The 49ers beat the Dolphins 28-12 this year, and then last year the Dolphins beat the 49ers 31-17 in the Super Bowl. This has been weird even for Madden. But all right, we're now in the off season. Let's check what dev traits we gained. Okay. Ooh. Whoa. Okay, Newberry, thankfully, got Superstar Dev. I'm kind of surprised because, like, he was good. I mean, he was up there for MVP. He definitely deserves it. I always think this face looks like Mac Jones, so it kind of bothers me. But does it look like Mac Jones? Let me put, or am I thinking of someone else? Hold on. Oh, yeah, it kind of does. Not so much the hair, but kinda. Does it also kind of look like Bo Nix? Hold on. No. Well, kinda. Okay, whatever. He gets Superstar Dev. That's huge. But Stewart goes straight from normal to Superstar, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. I was thinking that maybe could happen. I just didn't know if he was good enough to go to, Superstar, but apparently he was. So that's huge. But also, Wheatley got Superstar. I mean, did he make like a Pro Bowl? Let me see. You can check it like in awards. No. Okay. Well, that's cool, I guess. I mean, he was good, but not like insane. And then Beeson went up to Superstar. That's cool. I mean, that's expected. But DeMarco Hellams also went up to Superstar. Dwight McGlothern got Star. I was kind of hoping he could get Superstar, but we'll take the Star Dev. This team is really developing. Something I like, I will give Madden this. I like how you can develop random players more easily. Now, it still isn't really based off of how they play. I mean, it kind of is, but like Fehoko hasn't been great, but he's developed. I guess he got TFLs, but like that's not what you look for with the pass rusher. But I'm just trying to say I like how it's easier to develop younger players if they get a lot of playing time. Because in last year's game, I don't think any of these original players would be here anymore just because they wouldn't have developed if they did well or not. So I'm happy that's a thing, at least. Maybe it's just me and it's not easier to develop younger players, but it feels like it is. Like, yeah, Briggs went from like a 68 to like 76 in year one without winning any awards. So I don't know. But for re-signings, Jedrick Wills was actually pretty great. I mean, 8 sacks in real life definitely wouldn't be great, but in Madden, that's actually really good somehow. I don't want to give him a 4-year deal though. I would go 2 years 16. I would even go 2 years 20. He resigns. Can't wait for him to allow 18 sacks next year. That'll be fun. And then I don't know if there's anyone else too important here. I just got rejected by someone who's apparently very interested. That's really cool. Love that. Kevin May also developed a ton. He was a 67, I think, maybe even lower. No, I think he was a 67 to start with, went up to a 74, even though he played like absolute garbage. But yeah, I think we'll just let everyone else here go. Resign Richard Lampman. Crazy name. He rejects us. That's cool. All right, let's get into free agency. But in free agency in year 2, or I guess the year 2 off-season 2, let's just call it that. It is a good class once again, thankfully. And we are once again gonna go for, well, we're gonna go for better players this year, but very few of them. I just want to get this offensive line good. And there are some good players here, obviously, like George Kittle, Charvarius Ward, Deebo Samuel. Like, there are guys that would be immediate upgrades, but I think I would rather just develop the guys we have because it's not like we don't have anyone at these positions. Maybe we could go for a receiver though, but I think I set that as my focus position. Amari Cooper he regressed a decent bit, down to an 83. I don't love that. Maybe we should sign a receiver. Okay, we are going to try to go for Chris Olave, but we're also going to go for Joe Thuney to be our new left guard, and then Zach Tom to be our new right tackle. Right tackle was probably our worst position last year, other than like, I don't even know. That just might have been our worst position. So this should hopefully be a big upgrade. If you've seen my videos before, I signed him a lot. Not as much in Madden 25, but in Madden 24, it felt like I signed him every other rebuild or every 3 rebuilds because he did super well. He's one of the few tackles in the game, at least in last year's game, that actually did well, or like as well as he should relative to his overall. He only has 80 strength. I know he's not like the strongest in the world, but that's a little crazy. But we're also going to go for Ryan Stonehouse and Dicker the kicker, I guess. We have a massive lead. We're the only team interested for 4 out of these 5 players, and then we have a massive lead for Olave. Teams must be broke or something. I don't know. Get your money up, I guess. But let's see if these players want to sign. Okay, everybody signs except Thuney and Stonehouse. We get Olave, Zach Tom, and Cameron Dicker. The Steelers are interested in Joe Thuney, but we still have a little lead, so let's see if these 2 sign. Okay, we do end up getting everybody. That's huge. Now up to an 82 overall. Could even go up higher once once we move Zach Tom over, maybe to his actual position, right tackle, unless the Packers did something I didn't know about. Not defensive end. There we go. Now we're up to an 83 overall, so that's cool. But let's get to the draft, and I think I know what I'm going to do for our first pick, but other than that, we'll just have to see whoever looks good. Basically the same strategy we used last year, just winging it. But okay, in the draft, we have pick 6 and pick 14. I don't know what I want to do with these picks, but we have them, I guess. Also, I realized I didn't focus scout receivers. I mean, I did now, but that wasn't our focus position. Ooh, this guy sucks. But there is a top 5 talent receiver in Eric Alvarado. Another interesting name. He looks good, but I wouldn't necessarily guess he's a top 5 talent. But he is a playmaker receiver, and playmaker receivers are always good, unless they're not. And there aren't any crazy O-linemen. This was my focus position, but there are good ones. 3 first-round talents, and then a few first to second, but not day 3. No top 5 talents is what I was trying to say, unfortunately. We do still need another pass rusher, but I don't have any of them scouted, and I'm bad at scouting them, I guess. Bad at looking at them and being able to tell if they're good. They all look the same to me. But let's see. If the receiver is still there at number 6, I think I'll just take him. He's going to go at 5 to the Bears. Okay, no, he didn't, thankfully. So, hey, we'll take a top 5 talent. I mean, we're at number 6, so it's not like it's some steal. Unless he is the best player, which I doubt, but he could be. Number 3, we'll take it. Of course. No dev trait, despite being the 3rd best player in the class. All right. But I have had it where I take someone and it says they're ranked number 3, and they're not. So we'll see if he's actually number 3 when we get to the recap. But at 14, there's a projected top 5 corner still here who looks pretty good. I guess I see why he hasn't been taken yet, but A-man, B-zone, good speed, A awareness, basically A play rec. I mean, he looks good. We don't really need a corner, but he looks good. We could maybe use a safety. None of them look great, though, unless, like, Pemberton has... No, he doesn't have insane speed. He has great speed, apparently. I don't know how to draft run support safeties. I was just kind of like pass rushers. I just always assume they're going to be bad, but he could be really good. I don't know. He has great speed, even though it isn't great, and he's a really good run defender. He's just not a great cover safety. Yeah, he's probably good, but I'll let someone else take him because I don't know. I might just take him because I don't know what else to do. I could also trade this pick down. That's probably what I should do. Either that or take Hoskins. Hoskins does look pretty good, and we have enough picks this year. He's gonna have normal dev, though. That's the problem. And we have enough corners. But what if he doesn't have normal dev? What if he has superstar? Let's take him. I don't feel like trading down. Rank number 7, picked at 14. Hidden dev. Could be a good pick. I don't know where he's going to play because we have enough corners and safeties, but maybe we can start him over a safety. We'll see who looks decent at safety. But pick 38. Now I really don't know what to do. Is the safety still here? No. Let's go with James Castillo. D injury. That's what you always love to see. Good speed, good strength, good acceleration. Looks really good on paper. Honestly, I might guess this is a top 5 talent if I didn't already know he's not, just because his ratings are so good, but maybe he'll be like 10 or something. I was gonna say 6, but I just thought we'd already taken number 6. I guess we got number 7. So not a top 5 talent, but looks like my eye was decent. Instead of 5, he's number 6. So we'll take it. And now, I don't know, let's just take a chance on a pass rusher. Might as well. Whoever we take is almost guaranteed to be bad, but might as well take a chance. This dude has A power moves. Noah Colbert, elite strength, good speed. He looks like a terrible run defender. C to F pursuit and C block shed. I don't think he's great, but I still might take him. Entirely because of the power moves. Sure, why not? Probably gonna be ranked 120, but we'll take him. Ranked 86, okay, not as bad as I expected, but no dev trait. All right, this year we're getting unlucky with the dev traits. There's always one of those years, but I'll make a few more picks and we will see how we did. Okay, this was a very good class. Just, again... the dev traits. Alvarado, 80 overall, normal dev, good player, 93 agility, 87 medium route. I thought it was a B. I guess probably not then if it's an 87. That's entirely what carries his overall. And the 95 change of direction, 90 ball carrier vision. I always got to do this just out of curiosity when I see a player that looks like this. What would you be at running back? Oh yeah, it doesn't let you check now. I hate this game. You have to close out and then it'll show you. He would be an 84 at running running back. Pretty good. We'll obviously keep him at receiver, but still really good. I mean, we could start him at running back. He's like 10 overall better than Frank Gore Jr., but I mean, I guess we could. This isn't a realistic I want to start Frank Gore Jr., though. I want to keep him. But Hoskins, 78 overall. He thankfully had a dev trait, but he's already 23. Castillo is good. He had a dev trait, right? Yeah, okay, good. I don't know where he's going to play. Who's our center? We have a center, right? Who is our center? Why can I not remember? I'm the worst when I'm the worst when it comes to remembering who's on our team. Oh, we have Trey Hill. Okay, no, I think Castillo's gonna start. He was good the first year, just not last year. Then Colbert is a 73. That's whatever. And then my last pick was Max Childress. You would never guess, but normal dev, despite being very athletic with good coverage and good awareness. So that's cool. But we got really good players. I mean, we got 3 top 10 talents. I guess 3 top 7 talents they all were. I realized last year I forgot to check like the best players. Oh, there was a really good pass rusher. Or I'm assuming he's a pass rusher. He is. That would have been a good pick at number 2 or at number 6. What pick? Yeah, we had 6. Okay, I wish I did that because he went at what, 7 it said? That would have been a better pick because also because he actually has a dev trait. But I guess we made a better pick than the Steelers and the Bears and the Browns, and those are some interesting picks up there. Was that dude named Christopher Columbus? What did I just read? Hold on. Not even close to Christopher. Jack, but still interesting. Also, Pemberton was good. Damn it. Okay, that would have been a better pick. I messed up twice here. I mean, not too bad because we did really well, but I should have taken Owens over Alvarado and Pemberton over Hoskins. But I mean, we were really close to as good as we could have done, so we'll take it. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. We're looking pretty good. I mean, we're going to go a few more years after this to try to turn this into a ridiculously good roster, but I bet we're probably not the worst team in the league anymore. We'll check in a second. We're up to an 83, 85 offense, only an 81 defense, but to be fair, I don't think we've added a single free agent, so I think that would kind of help our defense if we did. Oh yeah, and also the CPU picked Mason Roth, hidden dev, so we'll start him. I don't want an off-ball linebacker wearing 99. You ain't Vince Williams, little bro. You were like 98, but whatever. I don't know why he's the one that came to mind. But I mean, what else is there to really say about this team? I mean, we're looking decent. We just need guys to develop. And we'll see if by the end of this, if we can get Connor Newberry an MVP, hopefully. I mean, he was up there this year, did really well. So maybe if we get a good enough team around him, he can win it. But all right, let's get to the midseason point. We should be decent this year. Let's see, we're better than the Saints and the Panthers, Patriots, Commanders, Browns. They really fell apart. Shout out Deshaun Watson and his contract, I guess. Titans. So we are better than a few teams, and then the same overall as a few teams like the Jags and a bunch of others I don't feel like naming. So we're not the worst anymore. And this is the year we'll go like 0-17 probably, knowing Madden. Oh yeah, also one more important thing. I changed our defensive playbook. I'm sure y'all could guess what it is if you've seen my videos before. I went Bills defense. Shocker, I know. But it works most of the time, except for when it doesn't. But all right, let's get to the midseason point and we will see how we do. Okay, Taj Beeson got X Factor. I haven't seen one of these in a while where it's a breakout and it just gives you the dev trait immediately instead of having to hit a goal. I mean, he must have had a really good week or something. I don't know. But we will definitely take that. Okay, we're definitely not winless. We are almost lossless. Don't think that's a word. We are 5-1 at the midseason. I don't think we should be that good, but we'll take it. Our one loss is a pretty big loss to the Lions, 31-17, but we just destroyed the Packers 42-21. We destroyed the Patriots, beat the Bills pretty bad. Why are we good? We shouldn't be this good. We'll take it, but again, I know we'll be worse when we have a much better roster, so I'm like, I don't know how to feel. But we have some re-signings. Juwan Briggs, Chuba Hubbard I signed as I wanted him to be an RB2, and then I noticed the CPU drafted a hidden dev running back, so I made Hubbard the RB3, so we probably won't re-sign him. But Frank Gore Jr., not many re-signings at all, just depth. But Briggs will go 3 years, 51 mil. He takes it. And Frank Gore Jr. will go 4 years, 17. He also takes it. And that's literally all we have to worry about this year. So, I mean, that's all there is for us to do. We have the best offense in the league and the 7th best defense, so let's get to the end of the year, and I can't wait to finish 9-8 and miss the playoffs. But okay, here we are at the end of the year, and super quick, before I reveal how we did, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video, be sure to subscribe, it'll let me know y'all want to see more like this, and it sounds stupid, but leaving a like really does help out the channel. I would appreciate it. I said 2,000 likes and I'll do another one of these. I think I'll do one with every first round pick, which now that I think about it, if we're doing all right here, that might be a little broken, but I think it would be fun, I guess. Not a hard challenge, but a fun one. And also let me know any ideas y'all have down in the comments, something related to this, whatever you can come up with. Oh yeah, and I've been forgetting to do questions of the day, or question of the days, I guess I should say. I don't know how to say that, but I've been forgetting to do them. So let's see, what's a good one today? I had an interesting one I forgot about, or I forgot what it was though. Ooh, here's an interesting one. Who do you think is gonna win MVP this year in real life? Obviously. I don't think I've asked that yet. I think I might have asked it last year. If I did, I wonder what my answer was. I don't know, I kind of want to go find that. But let me know down in the comments, who do you think is gonna win MVP this year in real life? I'll give the boring answer and just say Patrick Mahomes, probably. But let me know who you think down in the comments. But here's a look at the team at the end of year 3, of course, as you've been looking at for like a minute now. No great dev traits. Did we have any hidden devs on offense? I don't think we did, other than Warner and I guess Wilkins. Both are still hidden. And then on defense, of course, Beeson went up to X Factor, but Roth only has star, and then Haskins was the rookie, right? He only has star. So we haven't exactly been getting lucky with the dev traits. Have we gotten one? I think Castillo had superstar, and I think that's the only one we've gotten. Or no, and Carter. But anyways, in year number 3, we finished 11-6, and we did make the playoffs. Finished with the 10th offense from first at the midseason, but the 4th best defense in terms of points per game. So we did very well. We were really similar to the Jags, at least for points per game. We were 10th on offense, the Jags were 11th. We were 4th on defense, the Jags were 3rd. Interesting. But let's check out our season stats. Connor Newberry, 4,000 yards. Not a great amount of touchdown passes, 28. I mean, that's good, but only 5 picks, 70 completion percentage. He was very good. Could be up there for MVP, probably around like 9 again or something. Frank Gore Jr. was a little worse than last year, arguably. 900 yards, but only 3.3 per carry. 13 touchdowns though, I guess that's cool. Again, y'all know how I feel about touchdowns as a stat, but that could be like what's bringing his yards per carry down. It looks like he was the main goal line back, as I guess he should be. But Chris Olave, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, 900 for Alvarado as a rookie. I always dread the 2nd place for offensive rookie of the year, but 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. That screams number 2. Calvin Stewart, almost 800 yards, 500 for Wheatley. Jedrick Wills kind of sucked. Zach Tom wasn't great, but the interior did pretty well. Micah McFadden, 116 tackles, led the team. TFL's 18 for Beeson, 16 for Fehoko, 15 for Carter, 13 for Briggs, and sacks. 15 for Beeson, 12 for Keith Carter. Those were 2 amazing picks. At least with Carter, that didn't look like a great pick at first, but I literally said, hey, he's gonna develop insanely quickly. And he definitely has. Here's a weird tip. Sounds bad out of context, but look for 20-year-olds. In drafts, don't pick them too early because they might not be good. I've had some that aren't great, but at the very least, they're gonna develop super quick. Probably won't have superstar like Keith Carter, but they could. So yeah, amazing year from him. We could have 2 players up there for defensive player of the year. And then 6 sacks for Fehoko. He did better than I expected. Still not great. I mean, the TFLs are cool, but again, you look for sacks. And then only 3 for Briggs, but picks 3 for Thomas, 2 for McFadden, Hoskins, and Jones, and then 1 for McLovin. But MVP goes to Dak, of course. Newberry at 10, so good call. I was gonna say 10, but I guess 10 last year, and it was 9, so I guess 9 again, and then it was 10. But Beeson at number 3 for defensive player of the year. Carter all the way down at 10. That's a little surprising, but I guess. But offensive rookie of the year goes to Eric Alvarado. That's huge. He needed that. He doesn't have a dev trait. Warner at 7. I think that's the running back. And then defensive rookie of the year, Posey wins it for the Chargers. Hoskins at 3. So very good season. Probably better than we should have been, but we'll take it for a change instead of being worse than we should have been, like always. But let's see. We have I don't remember what this storyline was. I think I picked yards per attempt. Well, he definitely hit 8. I think that's what it was. The viral video going around this morning. Average 8 yards per pass attempt. Yep, we did that. What do we get for this? I don't even remember. I just like stopped clicking these because we would never hit them. Ooh, a whole 1,000 XP. Yay. But we are in the playoffs in the wild card against the Jaguars here. And again, I've said this a million times, but if you've seen one of my videos before, the Jaguars are my kryptonite, I guess. I don't like that term for some reason, but it's fitting here. We just can never beat them in the playoffs. They're always a worse overall than us, yet they always beat us. At least they're not 9-8 here. Y'all know about 9-8 Madden teams. Again, at least if you've watched the channel before. But let's simulate this game, our first playoff game of the rebuild against the Jaguars, and let's see if we can get a win. We do deserve this, and we do beat them. I don't know if I've ever beat the Jags in Madden, honestly, at least in the playoffs. We win 31-21. We'll take it. I mean, we were a couple overall better. We're the home team. Better record. We deserved it. Rare Madden simulation W, very rare, but at least it happened. But now we're going to be taking on the 88 overall Cincinnati Bengals. We can't really complain too much if we lose this. They are better on paper, but let's see if we can move on to the conference championship in only year 3. No, we don't. Okay. We lose. Okay, I don't know if we should have gotten smoked 37-22. That's also a weird score. Probably not scoregami, but maybe. Also, wait, you can sort this. What is this sorting by? I think it's the name of the first team, the first letter. Okay, cool. But let's get into the offseason, and this is where we could make this team really good already, like maybe the best overall team in the league. I don't think we will be able to this offseason, but maybe close. But in free agency, this class isn't as good as it has been. I mean, there are a couple really good players, but it falls off quick, unfortunately. I should check our dev traits before we sign anyone, though. What did we get? So Alvarado went up to star. That's cool. Was he the only one on offense, though? He might be. That's tough. But on defense, ooh, we also didn't get any, I don't think. So only one dev up, despite being a really good team. I'm kind of surprised Carter didn't go up to X Factor. I mean, he was really good. But also, can we cut Amari Cooper? That might save some money, maybe. Not much. We don't really need that much money, though. We're pretty good for now. But I'm not sure what I want to do. Okay, I do think I want to sign one player at least. Charvarius Ward, that would be cool. He's already 31, so this would be more of a one-year deal probably, or at least he'll only be good for 1 year. How does Tuli Tuipulotu do in this game? Not great. He's been on the Bills. He's been playing off-ball linebacker. Well, I guess not really, but that's what he's been listed as. He has a pick. Both of the Ojularis are right next to each other. That's interesting. They really don't look that similar. I'm just realizing that. Maybe it's the weird, like, gray camera they used for BJ, or like yellow camera. I don't know. I want to sign someone here. I just don't know who. I mean, we could sign Rashee Rice, but we're good at receiver. So I think we'll just wait until next year and hope there's a big class. I really wanted a good pass rusher maybe, but there just isn't one. I mean, unless Felix Anudike Ozama's great for some reason. He hasn't been playing. Cool. So Charvarius Ward is going to be our one signing. Let's see if he does sign. He does. So now up to an 87 overall. Let's get to the draft. And we really only desperately need one position. So I think I know what we're going to do. But okay, we pick at number 25. What do we want to do? Well, I know what I want to do. I don't know if it's going to work out. What was my focus position? Why do we have so many receivers scouted? Oh yeah, that was our like 2-star scout. I forgot about that. I used to never use that, right? I don't know if I should admit this because it's a little embarrassing, but I didn't know you had to set, I don't know why I didn't know this, but I didn't know you had to set region scouts for positions or for scouts that are lower than 3 stars. Like I thought like the 2-star scout would set itself as the right position for some reason. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I didn't know you could scroll over in the whole scouting thing and set whichever one you want for the 2 stars and 1 stars, like what position they're gonna do. So that's my fault, but now I know at least. But the position we want this year is a pass rusher, clearly. I mean, Fehoko did better last year than I expected, but he still wasn't great, and I don't trust him to do that well again this year. But the problem is there aren't really any great pass rushers, as per usual. There's a 1st to 2nd round talent in Cole Johnson, but he's projected to go mid-first. And then there's Stanley Ford, a 1st to 2nd round talent. He's projected to go late first, or I guess almost mid-second. He's projected to go 48, or rank 48 at least. So let's just get to our pick. There should be one of them available. Could be both, but probably just one. Oh, both are available. Oh, we're gonna take Cole Johnson then, because we need a speed rusher. We have one of the rare playbooks in Madden where it has both a speed rusher side and a power rusher side, so we really only have power rushers, so we need a speed rusher. Let's go with Cole Johnson. Probably a reach, don't care. Ranked 46, don't care. Okay, I do care about that. He doesn't have a dev trait. Great. As always, not what he looks like. That's a horrible fit. What are those shoes don't go with that. Got like galaxy looking shoes on with a dookie brown suit and like burnt orange pants. That's something. But round 2, ooh, this safety looks decent. Rashad Jones, welcome back, King. Do you want to join a division rival now that you're resurrected? Now that you're reincarnated? He looks pretty good, like unironically. Ooh, he has elite speed. I don't know if a 4.43 is elite, even for a safety, but sure. I mean, I don't know what else to do, so I might just take him. I didn't really see any amazing linemen. I saw some good looking ones, but nobody crazy good. AJ Franklin maybe could be good. He's projected day 3 though. He's probably like a 75 or something. I might take him eventually. Ooh, wait a minute. JT Carmichael, pass protector with B run block. Strength check, good. Only C impact block though, but he might be nice. I always love my depth linemen in Madden because there's always an underperformer that we need to bench. But let's see, let's go with Rashad Jones, spelled a little different than the Dolphins Rashad Jones, but whatever. We'll take him. Probably normal dev, but I was gonna say he's probably ranked pretty high. He looked really good. We just got the best player in the class at the end of the 2nd round. Hidden dev, we'll take it. I don't know where we're gonna play him. I mean, he'll start over whatever safeties we have, but we have too many DBs at this point. I guess that's a good problem to have though. Well, this is a good receiver. You know what? Sure. Drew Barnett. We have enough receivers, but he looks good, so why not? Ranked 36, got him at 89. No dev trait. What is my luck? We're getting good players, just they're all normal dev or star dev. We've gotten 2 superstars out of like 40 picks. I mean, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you get my point. But let's go. I waited too long. AJ Franklin's still here. Probably not a good sign if he's still available, but he looks good-ish. Oh, he's ranked 33. Hidden dev. The pass protector day 3 center has hidden dev, but the round 1 speed rusher doesn't. That makes sense. Thank you. I mean, I guess a lot of pass rushers in round 1 in Madden don't have dev traits, but it seems really rare to find a pass protector with hidden dev in Madden. Not really rare, but whatever. I'm just mad. Let's get to the end of the draft. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Cole Johnson's a 75. He was a 75 at outside linebacker, 75 at defensive end, whatever. Rashad Jones, this again must have been a horrible class. This one actually must have been, because as the number 1 player in the class, he's only an 81, which, I mean, an 81's insanely good, but usually there's somebody better than an 81 in strong draft classes. So, I mean, that was a very good pick, obviously, but I'm a little disappointed. I thought he could be like an 83, but Drew Barnett's a 75, and then AJ Franklin's a 75. So, and then I don't know what the CPU did. Maybe I should have made more picks. It picked 3 linemen. We don't need that many. They're all 66 overalls. If you're gonna pick 3 linemen, you at least better get 1 decent one, and it didn't. That's cool. I want to see. I'm kind of curious what overall that guard was. Oh, there was another really good safety, Tavarius Oliver. We got the better one, but he looks good too. Oh, there wasn't even an 80 overall corner. That's rare that there isn't one. Yeah, this was a terrible draft class. I mean, there were a lot of good players, but just nobody amazing. But let me see. That guard probably went like round 4. Was it Carmichael? Okay, he's whatever. The guy we got is better. He's pretty good too, though. But let's get into year 4, and let's see how the team's looking. But okay, here we are heading into year 4. Still an 87. 88 offense, 87 defense. Looking good. I doubt we're the best overall team in the league, but we'll check. We're probably like top 5 though, somewhere around there, but we still should be a team that really develops. I mean, we're still a super young team, even, 4 years in the future. I'm a little worried about this defense for some reason. I know it was really good last year. I just know, I don't know why I'm nervous, but I feel like it's just not going to be good. I don't know why. We'll see. Hopefully it is, but defense, almost more so than offense, is the side of the ball in Madden where one year it'll be the best in the league, and then the next it'll be the worst. Just randomly. Not that we had the best defense last year, but you get my point. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that doesn't happen. We made a couple upgrades. Charvarius Ward, Rashad Jones. I guess Johnson's an upgrade. Technically a downgrade, but hopefully a future upgrade. But all right. Oh yeah, and this year, we might finally move on from Frank Gore Jr. Like, if he doesn't have a really good year this year, it's pretty, I always say this, but it's really important to have a good performing running back in Madden, especially. In real life, you can get by with just a decent one, but in Madden, you I guess we've been getting by with him not playing well, so maybe that disproves my point, but I don't know. Hopefully he does better than 3.3 or 3.4 yards per carry this year. But let's get to the midseason point of year 4, and let's see what happens. Okay, we are 5-2 at the midseason, coming off 2 wins, so I guess we were only 3-2 at one point. This year, okay, we have weird stats. On offense, it looks like we're good for yards, but bad for points per game. On defense, we're good for points per game, but we're bad for yards. We're 21st for pass yards allowed and 30th for rush yards allowed on defense. That's about what I expected. I mean, it's better than I expected because we don't have many points per game allowed, but still, the yards are something. But we have 2 breakouts this week. Receiver breakout. Who's this gonna be? Maybe Alvarado or something? I don't know who that is. Oh, that's Chris Olave. 150 yards to increase his dev trait. I hate to say it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe. And then running back breakout. Good, because we need it. Hopefully it's one of these where it automatically gives him a dev trait. Please. 2 touchdown goal. I doubt that would happen. What are the other ones? 100 rushing yards, 125 total yards, 75 yards. I'll go 75 yards and a touchdown. I think that could happen. Does he get XP even if he doesn't hit that? Probably not. But we have re-signings. Viliami Fehoko, Andre Sisco, Jedrick Wills. How's he doing this year? Okay. He's on pace to allow like 10 sacks again. That's better than I thought he would do, to be fair, but it's still not good for real life. That's really bad for real life, but in Madden, that's actually pretty good. Still, where are all of our re-signings? Are we going to have one of those classic no re-signings for the first couple years and then 40 by like year 5 or something? That's definitely what's going to happen. But Jedrick Wills just isn't interested, but he isn't very expensive. I don't know if he would take this 3 years 28. Oh, he does. I don't know how many times I've ever had a player just accept player friendly, not very player friendly when they have 0 interest. But all right, let's see if we hit those breakouts. Those are pretty important ones. Well, especially the Frank Gore Jr. one, but I guess, I don't know, even if he hits it, I don't know if he's gonna play well. We'll see. Okay, we win, thankfully, 38-14, but receiver breakout, I highly doubt we got this one. Maybe, I mean, we put up 38 points. We could have hit it. A monster. Oh, it just doesn't show what he's saying there. That's cool. He hit 150 yards. We'll take it. Part of me doesn't believe that for some reason. I've seen, you know, obviously people hit scenarios and then they don't. Like, they hit 150 yards, but it still doesn't give them the dev trait. He did hit it though, barely. 156 and 2 touchdowns. Damn. Oh, Frank Gore was 10 yards short though. Once we get an actual like good performing running back in here though, we could be really good. And we have a QB breakout. Ooh, where does he rank among QBs? What should we go? Medium goal, top 10, 350 yards and 0 picks. Unlikely, but I'll check that one. If we don't hit it, I just won't show anything. So let's either get to the end of the year or we will see if he does hit that dev trait. Okay, we finish 13-4 in year number 4. That is much better than I thought we would do this year. We had a very good defense, the second best in the NFL, but it was actually our offense this year that wasn't great. Still like top half of the league, barely. I mean 15th, 10th for pass yards, but 27th for rush yards. Again, once we get a good running back in here, it should be much better. But I was looking at the stats at the side. Why does that not update? I've always wondered it, but I've never questioned it. Like, we're at the end of the year clearly. Why does it still show old records and old stats? I was looking at the old stats. I was like, did Justin Jefferson lead the league with only 900 yards this year? Only 2,600 passing yards for McCarthy and 800 for Breece Hall on the Bengals. But Connor Newberry was good. 3,800 yards, only 25 touchdown passes though. I mean, at this rate, by next year, he'll only throw 20, or I guess 22. He's losing 3 every year. But 6 picks, 71 completion percentage. He was good. Yeah, he's legit losing 3 touchdown passes every year for some reason. Should we try a new offensive playbook? It's not like our offense was great this year. It was solid, but it should have been much better. We'll see. Frank Gore hit 1,000 yards for the first time. Only 3.4 yards per carry, but 17 touchdowns. I guess that's cool. Still, I mean, you look at 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns, like, oh, that's amazing, but pretty much 300 carries. You would hope for at least 1,000 yards. But 1,400 yards for Chris Olave, 9 touchdowns, almost 800 for Alvarado, 760 for Stewart. He was whatever. I want to be more pass heavy. I think I might switch the playbook. I might go Bills for both playbooks. Maybe Sinful with us being the Jets, division rival of course, but whatever. Who cares at this point? But for blocking, Jedrick Wills was actually good for Madden, but Zach Tom wasn't great, and James Castillo has not been very good. 5 sacks allowed last year and 8 this year as a center is crazy. Taylor Lucas was really good. But Micah McFadden, 117 tackles, TFLs 20 for Beeson, 14 for Briggs, 12 for Johnson, and sacks. 12.5 for Beeson, 11.5 for Carter, 9.5 for Briggs, 8.5 for Cole Johnson as a rookie. We need to get Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now that I say that, he's gonna... I don't think we've been cucked yet, have we? We probably have. I guess we'll see. This could be the year, but he was really good, so I don't know. Someone had to do really well for him to not win Defensive Rookie of the Year. But picks, 3 for Josh Thomas, 2 for McFadden, Dean, and Helms, and then 1 for Keontae Hoskins. But yearly awards, MVP goes to JJ McCarthy. Newberry made it. I mean, he was good, but he was the highest up on the list that he's ever been this year. That's interesting. Okay. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Allen. Chris Olave at 7. Rashid Shaheed wins Offensive Player of the Year for the NFC. That's something. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Taj Beeson at 7. Otis Harbor, what a name, wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Of course, a division rival. Drew Barnett at number 9. And Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who is Drew Barnett, by the way? Oh yeah, he's the receiver, right? I don't know. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Cole Johnson, thankfully. So he'll get a dev trait heading into what's probably going to be the final year, unless we win a Super Bowl here, which we could. I do want to check where we rank in terms of overall at a 91 now. We could be the best. Are we? The Cowboys are a 90. The Chiefs are a 91, so we're tied with them. And the Bengals are a 91. Oh, they signed Sauce Gardner and Breece Hall, who are both 99 overalls now. That's what you love to see. That explains that. Why did they specifically end up with both of them? I don't know. I mean, we beat them in week 17, it looks like, but we have a storyline here. Defensive coordinator. What do you want? Can I click it? I don't know what's happening. Okay. The playoff game against the Colts. Focus on the D-line being ready. I would hope it is. It was like our strongest position group this year. I don't know if that's what we need, but we'll take it. We'll give them power moves, as I always pick. That dude just dead ass looks like Mac Jones. Newberry, just, it's off-putting. But we're gonna lose this game. We're 6 overall better than the Colts here. We're at home. We have the better record. We've actually been getting luckier than I expected with playoff games and just in general with record. Like, we were only bad for like a year, or I guess 2, but we made the playoffs with pretty much the lowest overall team in the league a couple years ago. Wait, what year are we in? Are we in year 5, or am I like thinking we've done more years than we actually have? Because we went 2-15, 2-15. I guess we went 11-6 last year, right? Why'd I check? I don't know. I've lost track somehow. So yeah, this is year 4. What was my point in saying that? Oh yeah, we've been pretty lucky. We weren't bad for very long, and we haven't been getting upset too much, so we'll see what happens here against the Colts. I knew it. I shouldn't have said that. Why did I say anything? We get beat by the Colts, who are 6 overall worse than us, worse record, and we were at home. I shouldn't have said... Why did I do that? We lost 24-21 to an 85 overall team while we're a 91. I was gonna say, if we won that game, maybe Madden simulation is fixed. No, still absolute garbage. I knew what the consequences of me saying that were, but I still said it anyways. And the Colts made the Super Bowl with an 85 overall team. They lost, but I still don't think they should have made it. They got beat by the Packers, though. The Packers are they're like one of the lowest overall teams in this game. At least they were. What's their overall? They're only an 85 too. Like, that's the lowest. Well, okay, it's not the lowest overall in the league, but it's down there. 2K, please save us. Please. But all right, we have, I guess, one re-signing. Taj Beeson. It's not even a re-signing. It's just the 5th year. We'll pick that up. And then everyone else will let go. We signed some interesting backups this year, I guess, but we definitely don't need to pay any of these guys. So let's get into free agency, possibly for the final time, and let's see what we can do. Oh, I saw it. Jameer Gibbs said, I'm not coming back, apparently. So in free agency, interesting group. Kingsley Suamataia has really developed here. For some reason, he's up to a 91. Okay, as I said earlier, the one thing I will give this game is like lower overall players develop easier, it seems like, as long as they get opportunities when they're like young. But let me look through here and we will see what we want to do. I know at least one player we're gonna go for though. Oh no, don't do this to me. Okay, I'm just throwing, this isn't even that much money, but I mean it is, but like I'm just gonna throw 5 years 100 mil for a running back. It's such a good offer that it doesn't even show up for the top offers. Why? Does that mean it doesn't count? I hope it doesn't mean that. I guess we'll find out. This will be a learning experience at the very least. But okay, we might as well just spend a ton of money in free agency here. We're just gonna go for everybody that we can, because why not? We're just gonna make this the best overall team in the league by a mile. I'm really worried about about Jahmyr Gibbs because we have too good of an offer, but hopefully that doesn't actually, hopefully that's just a visual glitch. I have no idea. One of the 14 billion glitches in this game. If it doesn't count, I'm gonna be really upset. I've seen it do this before, but it's been a long time and I don't remember how it acted. But we're going for all these players. I'm not gonna list them all out. We're gonna go for Hassan Reddick because he really wants to be a Jet in real life. So we're gonna bring our good friend back. Loves this team, so we'll keep him here. But all right, let's see if these guys want to sign. Everybody signs. Okay, we get Gibbs, Reddick, Worthy, and Mitchell. We don't get Suamataia or Cedric Gray for some reason rejects us. All right. I mean, that's fine. Wills has been good. Tyler Guyton's here. Ooh, he's been really good. I mean, I don't know why I'm going so hard for a tackle because we really don't need one, but I don't know. It'd be an overall upgrade. I just feel the need to spend all of our money, so I want to sign somebody. I just don't know who. All right, I think we're good. We'll just have 20 mil left over. That's fine. Guyton, do you want to sign? He does. Okay, cool. So really good free agent class. We will take it. Oh yeah, and I want to see, did we get any dev ups this year? Any dev traits? Oh yeah, Olave got X Factor. We already knew that though. I think that was it on offense, but on defense, Johnson went up to superstar. Thomas went up to superstar. Jones has superstar. Okay, we got some good ones. Did he get it or did he have it? He had it looks like, so that's cool. And did Charvarius Ward get superstar or did he have that? He might have had it. He did. He just got a bunch of regression. That's fun. But okay, in the draft, the final draft of this rebuild, we pick at 24, and I don't know what we can do here. I don't know if there's like a single starter we can get. I guess we could trade this pick away, but like for a player, but who would we even trade for? Like our team's so good, I can't even think of anything we can upgrade, which is a really, really good problem to have. Like legitimately, what could we add? Every starter on our team is at least like an 83. I mean, there are some linebackers, like Roth isn't amazing, but that's, I don't know, maybe there's a really good safety available. Let's see, there were some top 5 talents early, but they're definitely gone by now. There's some first round talents. We definitely don't need a receiver though. I don't know what we're gonna do. I might just simulate this pick, honestly. We definitely don't need a pass rusher anymore. It did look like there were some good ones, but we don't need one. So I'm glad I kept that as our focus position. I don't know, man. What is Joseph Shields' speed? This dude looks horrible. Well, he looks good, but C to F pursuit and tackle and 4.66 speed. I wouldn't say 4.66 speed should be good speed, elite acceleration. Oh, it picked for us. I forgot to pause it. I hate this game. I have the draft clock off and everything. I picked Jeremiah Reynolds out of Notre Dame. Cool. A left tackle, sure. All right, that's fine. Again, one of the 14 billion glitches in Madden. You have the draft clock off, but it doesn't actually turn it off, because that makes sense. Oh, he sucks. He's a 72 overall, and then it picked another tackle. Why does it think we need so many linemen? Then it picked a safety, another lineman, 2 tight ends, and a corner. Some of these picks down here were pretty good, but those first 2 are just terrible. Like, why? There were some decent-looking right tackles. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, because that's tackle's just always a position I stay away from, unless it's like super early in the draft, because sometimes they're good, but wow, it picked like the worst left tackle it could have. There was a 74, 74, 73. Where did the right tackles go? They look decent. Okay, maybe not great. Whatever. That was such a waste of a draft. I mean, again, we didn't need much, but damn. My expectations were 0, and I'm still disappointed. But all right, here's a look at the team heading into the final year here. Up to a 91 overall heading into the year. I thought we would even be better because we were a 91 to end the year last year, and we got some pretty big upgrades in free agency, but I mean, hey, either way, we're looking really good. We'll see how Jahmyr Gibbs does. Should be a big upgrade over Frank Gore Jr., even though he did better than I expected, just not very good. I think he has a shot to be, you know, pretty good in real life. I liked him as a prospect, not just because of his name, but it was time to replace him here. But this team, I mean, we should be amazing this year. I also did go full Bills offense, Bills defense, because the Bills offense really uses the 3 receivers most of the time. So we'll see how that goes. And then the defense, looking good. I signed a lot of free agents like Eric Armstead, Quincy Williams. I'm going to start Roth over Williams, though, because Roth is, you know, a lot younger and should develop past Williams if he starts. But yeah, this team has become very good, especially on the D-line. The D-line is easily our strongest position, other than like maybe quarterback, I guess, but that's one player, so I don't know. I don't know who to start this year, though. Should we go Johnson or Reddick? The reason I signed Hassan Reddick, I never explained this. I said that really weirdly. I never explained this. The reason I signed him is because he's been playing like this. I think he's been a 3-4 defensive end, by the way, so that's fun. Thanks, Madden. I'm glad edge isn't just its own position on each team. But yeah, I mean, that's about all I have to say about this team. It's just insanely good, especially for starting with literally nobody on the roster. But in terms of overall, are we the best overall team? I would assume so, but we could be tied for it. Nope, we are the best team in the league by only 1 overall, because the Bengals stole all of our old players. It's rare to have, you know, the Bengals as the second highest overall team. Usually it's the Chiefs, or sometimes the Jets or the Ravens, but here it's the Bengals. But we are still a better overall than them. But without further ado, let's just get straight to the end of your number 5, and we will see how this team does in the final season. I saw some pretty not great stats that we put up in the preseason. We had almost the worst defense and a bad offense. In real life, that wouldn't mean much, obviously, but in Madden, that means something, so hopefully we're good. We'll see. Okay, we finished the year 13-4 in the final season. Our defense wasn't quite as good this year, but our offense was definitely better. I would argue we maybe should have been better than 13-4, but I mean, we probably had the best record in the league. Oh, we didn't. The Chiefs did. The Cowboys went 13-4. I hate this game. Where were the Bengals? They went 5-12 with a 90 overall team. Can we fire EA into the sun, please? Like, what is this? They're not even my team, and I'm mad for them. Like, 2K, please save us. This is why I want to force wins so bad. If I had the time, I actually might. I know people wouldn't like that, but it would make these a lot more realistic and arguably more fun. That would just take forever to force every game to be, you know, like the highest overall team winning. And then I would do like every 6 or like 3 weeks, I would just have the games be random, or every 4 weeks or something, just so weird stuff happens sometimes. That's how I used to do it when I would get sick of the simulation in this game. But let's check out our season stats. We should have been the best team in the league this year, because we were the best team on paper easily. And we have the greatest coach of all time. If you want to argue, you know, coaching staff matters, we have the best coach ever, Mikey McDingle, so I don't want to hear it. But Connor Newberry wins MVP. What? I'm tired. He had a good year, 3,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. That's insane. 72 completion percentage. Jahmyr Gibbs was good, definitely better than Frank Gore Jr. did. 1,000 yards, but 4.1 per carry, 12 touchdowns. Just got many less attempts than Frank Gore did last year. I need to stop calling him Frank Gore. I mean, that is his name, but the junior is important. But no 1,000-yard receivers this year? Maybe the Bills' offense isn't good. How did it look for them? Okay, they had 2 1,000-yard receivers. I guess we just suck. I don't know. Kendre Miller is their starter? Interesting. But yeah, interesting receiving numbers. Blocking, I benched... Oh, okay, maybe that was a bad bench. I benched Tyler Guyton at the midseason for Jedrick Wills. Both of them were terrible, but I think Wills was worse. I might put Guyton back in. But on defense, 128 tackles for McFadden led the team. How many career tackles does he have? I mean, those are about the only stat. Well, he's getting TFLs too, but he's mostly just a tackle merchant, unfortunately. But TFLs, 18 for Beason. I think I've pronounced his name differently every single time. Beason, I guess that's only 2 ways, but whatever. Carter with 13, 11 for Briggs, and then sacks, 13.5 for Hassan Reddick. 13 for Carter, 12.5 for Beeson, 6 for Briggs. Johnson with only 3. It looks like he played a decent amount, though. Yeah, 400 snaps. I don't know how I pressed B. That was great. But interceptions, 3 for Nakobe Dean led the team. 2 for Ward, Jones, and Mitchell. What? Oh, Quinion Mitchell. We also have, what's his name? The Browns corner. Never mind. Maybe we don't have him anymore. Cameron Mitchell? Yeah, I think that's his name. So that confused me. But 1 pick for McFadden, Helms, and Hoskins, too. But yearly awards, I don't know if Newberry's going to be up very high for MVP, but he could be around like 6 or 7. He was 8th. Okay. So no MVP for Newberry, but I mean, he played well enough if we just passed more. Mahomes wins MVP though. Big surprise. Newberry at 7 for Offensive Player of the Year though. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Beeson at number 6. Carter at 9. Nice. Steen at 8 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he's like our number 2 tight end or something. And then nobody for Defensive Rookie of the Year because I don't know if we had... Wait, did the CPU draft only offensive players? No, I think it picked picked a corner, but not many offensive players, or not many defensive players. But we are, of course, in the playoffs. Still no first round bye, which is crazy. But we're going to be taking on the Ravens in the wild card here. I do want to check, are we still the highest overall team in the league? We really didn't develop that much. Only 1 overall throughout the year. So we might have gotten passed up by the Bengals. I hope not. Okay, the Chiefs are actually a 92. They're tied with us. And the Bengals are also a 92. So we have a 3-way tie for the best team in the league. I would guess we're like dramatically more deep team than those two teams. Like our depth is probably miles better than theirs is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, and I do want to bench Jedrick Wills for Tyler Guyton. I mean, both were bad, but I guess Guyton was the lesser of two evils. Barely. I'm sad my strategy doesn't work anymore though. I don't know why it doesn't, because simulation seems exactly the same in Madden 25 as it was in Madden 24. But my strategy was bench an underperforming lineman for literally anyone and they will do better, but that doesn't seem to work anymore. But we're gonna lose this game. We're gonna be taking on the Ravens, of course. I'm definitely not stalling because I think we're gonna lose. We're better than them at most things. They had a better run game and a better run D, which that's not really surprising. It's the Ravens. But all right, let's see what happens here against the Ravens. Can we win in the wild card? No. Oh wait, we do. Why did it put me over to the matchup? Oh, because I was on the matchup details. Yeah, if you lose, it puts you on the divisions, or yeah, the division standings for some reason. So we do win. We're just gonna go through the division. I feel like, now this might just be some like, again, conspiracy theory stuff, but I feel like in the playoffs in Madden, you go through the divisions a lot. Most of the time when it's the NFC, we play like the entire NFC West in the playoffs, but here we play the Ravens in the wild card. We're gonna be facing the Steelers in the divisional. The Browns are still in it. If we win this game, the Browns would probably face us in the conference championship. I don't know why that happens. It might just be a weird coincidence, but I feel like that happens a lot, at least to me. But we have a storyline, defensive coordinator. Let me guess, our D-line is apparently underperforming or something. I don't know. Let me get the boost. Or it doesn't say the D-line's underperforming. It's just it can't find any weaknesses. I don't think I've ever seen it find a weakness though, which is interesting, but I'll go power moves as always. But we are 5 overall better than the Steelers here. Their defense is almost as good as ours though. They're a 91 to our 92, but their offense is 8 overall worse than ours. Who's their QB, I wonder? I want to check. It looks like they still have their big 3 defensive players, or I guess 3 of their big defensive players, Fitzpatrick, Watt, and Queen. Still have Highsmith, still have Pickens, still have Porter. They have a good corner. Who's their QB? Oh, it's Justin Fields still. Has he been good? I mean, in real life, these would be good stats, but in Madden, this isn't great. That's pretty bad. He got sacked 52 times? What? I mean, they have a fine O-line. They don't have any great linemen, but this isn't bad. That's tough. Like, all their linemen are starting caliber. They're in the 20s, it looks like. Fatanu's probably like 18th or something. Oh, 9th. Like, how is this that bad of an O-line? I know Justin Fields holds onto the ball too long, but he usually gets out of it. Gets out of sacks. I don't know. Another certified EA moment. But all right, let's simulate this game. Our pass rush should feast on the Steelers here. I don't know if we had the most sacks in the league this year. We might have been close though. The Browns had 66. That might be the most I've ever seen in Madden. We had 50 though, which was 3rd. The Jags had 51. But all right, I'm stalling too much. I don't want this to end. This has been fun. But let's see if we can beat the Steelers. We'll just rip the Band-Aid off. We lose. We lose to a team with an 8 overall worse offense. What was the score? Why'd I check standings? Schedule. We lose 20-17 to a team that was 5 overall worse than us. You hate to see it.